Good afternoon and welcome to Lunchtime News here on MTV Sports. You're here with me, Natasha Disanaika. Let's start off with a look at your headlines. Skeleton remains discovered from a stadium in Trincomalee. Yet another group of Indian fishermen arrested in Sri Lankan waters. Rajarata University students who engaged in a hunger strike defying court orders dispersed. Moving on to your stories in detail now, skeletal remains were discovered in an excavation that was conducted in a sports ground in the Trincomalee area. The police media spokesperson's office stated that investigations have been launched to confirm if the skeletal remains were that of humans. The remains were discovered last night when renovation activities on the sports ground were taking place. The police media spokesperson's office stated that security has been beefed up in the area. Moving on, China's state news agency Xinhua has cited Sri Lanka's foreign minister as saying that China and Sri Lanka could sign a free trade agreement by the end of the year.
According to Xinhua, Sri Lankan Foreign Minister G.L. Pivris, who is on a 4-day visit to China, said, quote, "The feasibility study is on the verge of complication," unquote. Pivris told Xinhua in an interview yesterday that it would be the most significant bilateral achievement since the 1952 Rubber Rice Pact, when rubber and rice was bartered between China and Sri Lanka. China has in recent times increased its ties with Sri Lanka, funding airports, roads, railways and ports.
Now, UPFA Western Provincial Council candidates Udaya Gammanpilla and Nishantha Varnasinghe met with the Mahanayaka of the Amarapura Mahasangha Council, Most Venerable Daldana Nyanisara Thero, yesterday.
The two candidates visited the Thero to obtain his blessings for the election campaigns.
The
Mahanayaka Thero told us a good story. During the time of Speaker Francis Molamure, Venerable Viduripura Nayaka Thero visited the Parliament, and upon his return he explained about how disciplined it was. However, today's reports about the Parliament show that it is no longer a sacred place, but a lunatic asylum. It is up to the people to decide if they are going to make Parliament and provincial councils disciplined institutions or lunatic asylums.
JVP Western Provincial Council candidate K.D. Lalkanta says that a government should be created that could reclaim the ill-gotten money and assets of politicians. He made this statement during a rally held in the Homakama area yesterday.
If an individual serves as a parliamentarian for 5 years, then he receives a pension till the day he dies. Look at the disparity. A Pradesh Sabha member only received 5,000 rupees a month. In a matter of 4 years, individuals who came with nothing built houses worth millions. We should create a government that can reclaim all the ill-gotten wealth of politicians who govern the country since 1948. Else, we will never be able to stop this.
Now, yet another stage of the Newsfirst workshops being organized to improve the communication skills and media knowledge of school students is currently underway at the Dumpe Devi Balika Mahavidyalaya. The 113th workshop commenced this morning with the participation of a large number of students. Students from a number of other schools also attended the workshop. Moving on, the United People's Freedom Alliance convened a party meeting in Gothatuye yesterday. Parliamentarian Nama Rajapaksa expressed the following views at the meeting.
Today at elections, it is not the opposition that is a threat to us. Today, some members of the opposition are attempting to create a bad image of the country within the international community. This is because most countries want the leader of the country to be like puppets. Some countries cannot resist this because their leaders don't have a backbone. This is what the opposition is also trying to do. They cannot win by contesting in elections. The opposition is not able to go to the village and engage in election propaganda. However, they are very capable of visiting each and every embassy every evening.
Students who engaged in a fast opposite the Rajarata University for a period of 65 days were dispersed by the police today. Police media spokesperson SSP Ajit Rohana noted that the students were dispersed as they violated court orders. He added that 8 students were taken into custody in connection with the hunger strike.
8 students of Rajarata University have been arrested by Mihimpale police in connection with the offence of failing to carry out orders issued by the magistrate court. A protest campaign had been conducted for a period of 66 days in front of the university. The university authorities had made several complaints to the police, and apart from that, the court also issued an order. The court also issued an enjoining order to the students, the organizers of the protest, but continuously they conducted the protest campaign, and yesterday also the court issued an order, but they continued. Therefore today they were arrested by Mihimpale police and they will be produced before the magistrate today, and further action will be taken accordingly. Especially we would like to make a request from the students of Rajarata University that if you have a problem or any other difficulty, you have to discuss with the administrative or the relevant authorities of the university instead of conducting this type of protest campaign. Further investigations are being continued by Mihimpale police.
Now, an event was held yesterday to welcome Venerable Vattala Amaravansha Thero, who is presented with the title of Kalathara District Pasyadun Rata Upapradana Sangananaya of the Malwatu chapters of the Siam sect.
The event was held at the Samrakkanda Purana Rajamaha Vihare in Gomarakanda Payagala. The Sannas Patre, or the letter of appointment, was offered to the Venerable Sangha by Minister Rajita Senaratne. A large number of Mahasangha as well as politicians were present at the occasion.
Moving on to more news now, 65 out of the 75 individuals who were arrested yesterday in Beruala while attempting to migrate to New Zealand illegally were placed under remand custody until today.
The suspects were produced before the Kalathara magistrate last night. According to the police, the remaining 10 persons have been released on bail. The individuals were arrested at the Monragal Golla in Beruala last night. Among them were 9 women and 6 children. According to the police, the arrested were residents from Batiklo and Walachuvene. Information has come to light on the presence of a sea tiger among the arrested group. The police media spokesperson SSP Ajit Rohana stated that the individual is a resident of Palai in Kilinochi. The police is carrying out further investigation into this incident.
Moving on, the post-mortem examination carried out on the body that was found inside a 3-wheeler in Pulvatte in Panipiti yesterday has confirmed it to be a homicide. Police media spokesperson SSP Ajit Rohana said that they have been unable to identify any suspects in connection with the incident.
The victim is 39-year-old Suranga Kumara, a permanent resident of Mahiyanganaya. The police media spokesperson further said that he has temporarily resided in Talawatagoda with his wife and 2 children.
The dead body was found in a 3-wheeler at Pollatta Junction, Panipitiya in Maharagama police area last morning at 5:30. Then thereafter Maharagama police conducted the investigation and Gangodavilla magistrate visited the scene and magisterial inquest was conducted. Thereafter, on order of the magistrate, the assistant judicial medical officer of Kaluboville Hospital conducted the autopsy in respect of the dead body. The assistant judicial medical officer, in the opinion that this particular death is a murder because it's a forced strangulation. So therefore, police are conducting investigation to trace the suspect in this connection.
And that concludes our lunchtime news bulletin here on NTV Sports. Do stay tuned for live at 55 updates coming to you throughout the day. I'm Natasha Dissanayake, Newsfirst.
Hotline 0114